Y'all ever just wake up first thing in the morning and feel super enthused to do a project that you have absolutely no experience in? That was me this morning. I woke up and was like, hey, I've never used a chainsaw. Let's cut down a bunch of trees. Ooh, I've never used a nail gun. I'm going to build a bunch of planter boxes. I wasn't just going to build a small planter box. I decided to do one that was 8 feet tall and 12 feet long. But actually, I decided to make two of them. And then I decided I wanted to throw in a dash of creativity and finally make that recipe book that I've been telling you guys about. Just to give you an idea of the shenanigans that were going on in my backyard, the neighbor before me planted some hedges. Now, if you see back there in that picture against the fence, those hedges have turned into some ginormous trees. This picture was taken 2 years ago after they'd been trimmed back. And in those 2 years, I have had no time courtesy of school. So they have taken over, and I have a personal vendetta. I started off the morning attacking those hedges and had accumulated quite a pile in the front yard when I had an interruption. It's here. That's right, y'all. The obscene amount of wood that I ordered to make my planter boxes finally arrived. And then I had the exhausting job of dragging every single bit of it into my backyard.
2,000 years later.
So I finally got all bajillion pieces of wood in the backyard. Between that and lugging out a ton of trees to the curb that I was cutting down, I'm like dead on my feet. I don't even know if I'm going to get started on this project today, but I'm like, well, I went all She-Hulk and did it. We have officially hit the time of day where my forearms are throbbing, my back is dying, and your girl needs a break. So we're gonna do my favorite thing to rest and relax. I'm sure you guys can guess what that is. Also, can we just address for a second how unfair it is when you are sweaty and disgusting that's like the one day your hair is freaking perfect? Like, really? These waves? Can't get those when I go to work. Only when I'm like sweaty and disgusting at home.
It's
Now that's sexy.
Y'all know that little neck wiggle that pigeons do where they're like nestling themselves into their fat? That's what I felt like right here. We are squeaky clean. We are now in our ready to stain things shirt that's covered in paint, only to realize that the pressure treated wood is not dry yet, so I will not be staining my new project. Keep you posted on that one. It actually took me a few days to finally get all the trees chopped down. I had some out and out wars with a couple of those branches that did not want to come down. But after that, I paid some lovely people to get the roots out of the ground because Texas soil does not play and my back cannot. But while they were taking care of those tree roots, I finally got to start working on staining my lattice, which FYI, if you ever want to stain a lattice, just know that it's going to take until you're 967 years old. My God. I'm literally still working on it at the time of editing this video. But I went for a walk to go get some therapy in. I have a cat headbutting me right now, like right in the gut because she wants some attention. So I feel nice and mentally stable. For the first time in a while, I'm at like, I think 11,600 steps. Ah, 11,600, the number we all know and love, because that's totally how you say 11,600. That was my sign that I needed a nap. Correction, I am at 12,600 steps. Ho ho ho. So I'm making some good progress, and I think we should definitely finish off this day with some fun projects for creativity. I know I've been telling you guys, ow, she's trying to climb me. Give me attention. Give me attention. You're so ridiculous. Did you know I love you? Yes. Did you know I love you? Okay, she's like taking a chunk out of my boob right now. But I know I told you guys that I wanted to kind of put together a collection of just specifically the healthy recipes. And I really am just ready to make a super cute little like recipe book for that. So I think I will do that next. Ow, ow, baby claws. She's like stuck in my boob. Ow, 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 ow. Thank you. Cats. And y'all, by the end of all that yard work, your girl was basically a half-dead pancake on the couch and was down for the count. If y'all ever want a solid pull day, but you don't want to go to the gym, freaking spend the day lugging tree limbs out of your yard. I feel like a toasted marshmallow on this couch because I'm like too exhausted to move. So I'm just here being puffy. I was, in fact, in such a state of half-dead pancake that I decided to just hold off and do the recipe book the next day. Because, yeah, we might all wake up super enthused to do something, but then reality hits and it's like, oh, I'm exhausted. Unlike this cat who never has a chill.
The next day.
I'm so excited to finally be doing this recipe book. I feel like I've been putting it off just because part of me is like scared that I'm never gonna find a ton of healthy recipes that I like, and I'm just never gonna get to the point where I could just live like a healthy, sustainable life. If I wanna have that life, and I do, I literally just have to start. That's why I include just like all the little tips and tricks that I get in every video so that hopefully it helps you guys along the way. I think the biggest thing though is having stability and structure in your life. So not being so run down that you don't have the energy to cook, not being so tired that you can't function, getting regular exercise. And it's crazy because seems kind of straightforward, but truthfully, that's the hard part. The tips and tricks are helpful, but getting that structure is something. All right, so we are going to take a good first step and get the recipe book done. I want to start with the cover, and I need to find a background. If you guys can hear cars driving by, I apologize. I have the windows open because it's beautiful outside. So we are flipping through some of the magic that we found while shopping at the thrift store last week. I want to see what I can find to use as a background. This one is very llama heavy. All right, I think I finally found a background that I like. I just gotta get it to be in the right size, which this one is definitely not yet.
And something went wrong.
Beto, quit headbutting the freaking camera. I don't think mine is going to be quite as spectacular as Beatrice Caruso's, but I'm going to enjoy the process nonetheless. I've been waffling back and forth about what I want to put as the title on this thing because I don't just want to say recipe book. I want to have something on there with more meaning, and I think I'm overthinking it. But I think what I actually just want to have on here is something along the lines of life fuel, because food, while delicious, ultimately is what gives me the ability to lead a hopefully long and happy and healthy life. And I think that sometimes I definitely need that extra reminder. So we're gonna try that. I have about 1 million different alphabet stickers. Hopefully I have the right ones. We'll see. Oh, I might not. Huh? Okay. Definitely did not have as many as I thought I had. Crap. We're gonna adapt this a little bit. And like every video y'all see is me like making a hot mess out of something and having to correct it. There, my one has become an L. And of course I actually need 2 of them. It wouldn't be the right channel if we weren't making a mess of things here and there, so whatevs. It was at this point that I realized that even though I had 1 million alphabet letters, none of them matched enough to make the phrase life fuel, so I had to start improvising and coloring them in. Then I cut the life fuel phrase into a little cloud shape and decided to put a little outline around it before adding it to my book. And I also put a little strip of paper behind it, which I decorated. I finished it! I finished it! It makes me happy to have done something that goes towards my health, something that I can refer to on a daily basis whenever I need some better recipes. I know I don't have any in here yet, but I will as I keep trying them. I was actually starting like a what I eat in a day to lose weight this morning, but the recipe was so crappy I was not going to subject all of that. So that is not a video that's coming out yet until I can find some other recipes, but I'm going to keep trying and just keep making steps one day at a time. Truthfully, I think my biggest problem, hands down, is the sugar addiction, because the rest of my diet isn't as horrifying, but the sugar addiction, it's really frustrating to feel like I can't escape it because I'm around it all the time, because sugar is in freaking everything, not just the processed foods. Although definitely pastries are not helping me. I've been in therapy for it the last 2 years, and while I definitely do feel like my relationship with food has changed dramatically, it's still not enough to where it's reflecting on the scale. And I know that the scale isn't everything, but let's be honest, I'm still fat. It hasn't gone away. I need to do something to just be able to get through the day without feeling like I'm thinking about it every freaking second. So I don't know what that is, because I've already started putting a lot more tools in place. My relationship is better than it was, but it's not good enough. I don't just want to do like this half-arsed weight loss journey. I actually want to get healthy and live a long and healthy life and not feel like my weight is holding me back because it makes me like huff and puff when I'm trying to hike up a freaking mountain, right? So I don't know what other step I'm gonna take, but I think I need to do something that is specifically focused on that. I'll keep you guys posted. In the meantime, this was just kind of like a random day vlog craft project session, but I hope you guys enjoyed your time together with me. I certainly enjoyed it with you, even if currently you're just a camera. I know eventually you'll see it. But if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you lovely people in the next one. Bye bye.